What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing our next throwback review for The Walking Dead Season 2. This is going to be for The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 7, called Pretty Much Dead Already, which is the Season 2 mid-season finale. Now, I know how we usually have our mid-season finales be Episode 8. This season was short by a few episodes, so the mid-season finale was actually the 7th episode instead of the 8th for The Walking Dead Season 2. Now, this episode is a huge episode. I still remember this one very well, even at this point in season 8-ish time, because I am just a big fan of this episode. When you see that moment where she comes out of the barn, Sophia, man, after an entire an entire half season of looking for her, to see her be killed off like that was just something really unpredictable, kind of not even, I was shocked to see it. I really was. And so was the Walking Dead community out there. Now, of course, we have a lot of other things going on kind of before that. We find out, Glenn informs everybody, he's like, guys, the barn's full of walkers, right? And Shane's kind of struggling throughout the entire episode. He's like, give me the guns, Dale, because Dale wants to keep the guns with him. He doesn't want anything to go bad. Obviously, it does, but I mean, that's Shane. So, Shane kind of gives everybody a gun, and I also like how Herschel wants them to leave, but he's kind of realizing that, okay, maybe Rick can stay, but they have to follow his rules. So they're doing whatever to walkers, and it's kind of weird. And they put them on these pole things or whatever, and they're putting them in the barn, and Rick's kind of questioning it, and then we see that they're on their way to put them in the barn, and Rick kind of knows this is stupid, but I think at that point, I think Rick notices that, you know what, if we have to do this to be able to have a safe place, we're gonna do it, because there's no other good, decent place to stay in a zombie apocalypse. So I think Rick realizes that this is the only way. Yeah, this man might not know that the world is absolutely sick, but you know what? If we're going to be able to live here, we have to do this. So I really like that. Now, some people also think, oh, maybe he had a plan, maybe to start to try to teach Herschel or whatever. I don't think Herschel had any abilities to survive at this point. Now, of course, in the season 2 finale, he fights pretty hard against walkers, but yeah. So then we see, I love the line where Shane's like, what is that? What is that? And he starts running, right? And what are you doing, And I like how he's like, and then he shoots the walker, and he's like, someone alive, would they just take that? Why is he still coming? And then he just keeps shooting it. But really, I'm like, man, he's such a bad guy at this point. He's really kind of going too much out on a limb here. But I think, to be honest with you, I think this is kind of the only way to show them. Because it's kind of true. A human wouldn't just take a gunshot like that, like it was nothing, like just got slapped in the back of the shoulder or something. Like, this is a bigger deal, right? If somebody got shot, sometimes, they go unconscious. We saw that with Carl. It's not the same with walkers. And Shane's trying to prove that point, and I think he's doing a very good job at doing that. Now, also, when we see the scenes with, Sophia, and when the walkers come out of the barn, really cool. When, once they clear it, I was like, okay, when is the episode gonna end? I was like, okay, we'll probably finish off with, I don't know, everybody else going inside or whatever. And I was like, okay, not a bad mid-season finale. But then when you see Sophia come out of that barn, and you see Rick put her down, and I thought it was very sad, because Daryl and Carol were kind of talking about how, we'll find her, we'll find her, right? And then she just ends up to be dead. I was like, oh man, that's tragic, man. And I really think that this episode, it kind of concludes that looking for Sophia thing that we had going this entire season. I think it really does. It concludes that story arc. So seeing Shane, he goes crazy, but he can't put down Sophia. And I think this episode really made me realize that Rick is a better leader than Shane. He can actually put her down. Shane couldn't. So anyway, guys, make sure to write comments below. What do you think about this episode? This is a very iconic one for a lot of people. Definitely is for me as well. And I will see you guys really soon for the second half of Season 2 Throwback Reviews, which I'll probably start in the next few days or so. See you guys really soon. Peace.